Can I get you to scoot a little bit? Look, see how you're like... That's no fun.
I'm gonna see what your mom's up to tonight.
That's not a good idea. It's not that exciting. I thought Groot was Diesel. No, you shit. So, this is Same Shit, Different Day. My name's Bailey.
I'm Raza.
And we're marching into madness. This is a podcast about nothing. We like to think that we're better than Jerry Seinfeld, but we're not. We're like the Larry Davids.
Oh, wait, no, that's Mari. Are you the father?
Either way.
Alright.
You're thinking Springer, bud. I said Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jerry Seinfeld. Well, I'm going crack. I'm sorry.
Get your 90s TV shows straight.
Sorry, man. I was only born in
You're not
92.
hip enough.
Yeah.
You were born in 92?
Yeah.
I was born in 93.
Man, you didn't... Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but January 93, so I'm almost 92.
I was born in January 92.
Yeah, so that doesn't matter.
So technically, I'm 91.
Okay, and what are we going to be talking about today? The boys.
The boys, not us. Not the gender.
The boys. Superheroes. How they suck.
Yeah. How there's no Marvel movies.
No, yeah, no Marvel movies.
Coming out. The Watchmen.
Yeah, The Watchmen, and like, why? There's just so many effing superheroes.
I know. Oh, yeah, they canceled Supergirl.
Yeah.
And shit, too.
Okay, so, first off, we're going to get it cracking.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Okay.
What?
The Boys. So, The Boys is like, I'm sad I haven't been watching it.
Yeah, but it's almost done season 2, so season 3 has been announced, so if you also want to wait like another year or two, and then you can watch all 3 seasons.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I gotta think about it. I pay for Prime and all this stuff, but I've never actually like used it to watch Prime Video, so I feel kind of like...
You have Prime?
Yeah.
Wanna...
You don't have Prime?
No, man.
Oh, you're a plebeian, bud.
But I haven't paid for... Yeah, you're right. No. I know, I do know. I'll get Prime soon because it's getting a hassle to watch these shows, but...
it's hard now. It's getting harder now. Dude.
Yeah, it's getting harder now. But yeah, it's a great, like, the whole like message of the show is really funny. How there's like what happens if bad guy superheroes are like
dicks.
It does a better job at portraying it
than Hancock did.
Oh, that was not the movie that I was going to think about. I was going to say Zack Snyder's Watchmen.
Oh, I liked Hancock.
Did
Hancock is severely underrated, bro.
It is, and I did not even
Will
realize
Smith needs
years
his
later.
credit.
And Jason Bateman too.
Yeah. Will Smith. I love that movie. It's a good movie. It's probably problematic now in some ways.
How?
I don't know. I would have to watch it again. I just imagine from the era it's in.
I wouldn't think it's probably.
There's got to be something there.
How? I don't know.
Isn't there like cop jokes and shit?
I mean, there's like cop jokes in a lot of movies.
Okay, I don't know. Keep it moving.
Okay. Yeah, it's a cool commentary on like how cheesy superhero movies are.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it is. And it's self-aware. I like the fact that it's super self-aware.
So it's very Deadpool-y. It's very fourth wall.
Not so in that sense, but like...
Is it like Frank Underwood? Are they doing soliloquies?
No, it's more like the one guy, Carl Urban's character. I forget his name. He's like the head of it all. The head of the boys.
Okay.
The leader of the boys out of the superhero hunting group, and they're the ones who fucking.
So they hunt superheroes. What do they do?
They hunt them. I don't want to give too much away, but like.
I don't care.
Well, our viewers may.
Okay. All right. Fine.
But like, it's got a weird it's got a weird look at how the whole industry works, because it makes a commentary on not just Marvel and DC, but also Disney and Warner Bros. Like the behind the scenes shit, like the corporation the Supes work for acts like Disney or acts like Warner Bros. Where they control their lives essentially.
Okay.
And the superheroes live in that big ass tower where they get like scouted, like American, like they do all these talent shows and incorporating the two superpowers. So the newest one in the first season, you'll discover her name is Starlight.
Yeah.
Season 1. It's in the first episode. It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Is it still Starlight? I forget the exact name. It could be Starlight.
So.
I could be completely wrong by that.
Something like that.
But it's about her joining the Seven, which is like the main group, like the main of the Avengers level group, and they treat them like athletes essentially. Like they trade these superheroes for two different states, and different states will pay for them to represent their state and shit, or country and stuff. And now you find it's just a lot of weird like.
It makes sense. It makes me think of like One Punch Man.
Yeah, like
the Hero
Homelander
Academy.
acts like that essentially. I think.
How so?
Well, no, actually, no, I'm wrong.
Well, just because like if you watch One Punch Man,
like two episodes, and
because they have like a Hero Academy in the end, and all the heroes are like tiered.
Yeah,
and then it's all just like all the superheroes. It's like a glamour contest of who can be the most flashy. That's why One Punch Man is like the antithesis. Is they do these big flashy battle moves.
You know,
walks in with this stupid bald head.
Yeah, that's like the scouting process in this.
That's wild.
And it's not even just when they're adults. It's their parents have been prepping them since they were kids, because they are
like football players.
They're born with these. They're born with these powers. Quote. That's why I'm putting quotes. They're born with these powers.
Okay, that's cool. So some of them,
and that's a cool part. How that
do some of them still fight crime?
You literally see no crime fighting in the show. This is not a friendly show.
That's awesome.
You see, like there's one episode, Homelander has a mommy kink.
Yeah, I heard that part.
There's a weird little episode in season 2 where I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end of episode 1 or season 1, but there's a couple of episodes in season 2 where it's like. There's a character that was in season 1, but she is not in season 2. But a certain superhero can morph into a certain character. And the certain superhero is a male, and Homelander is also a male. It's really weird. It's a really weird show. Like it just, it's like, and the acting is just phenomenal. Everybody you hate, even the boys you hate, they're all like kind of weird.
So the boys are supposed to be the unifying force for the show. Like you're supposed to be following the boys as they hunt down.
You're literally following two storylines: the Soup's day-to-day life, and because in season 2 they're making a movie called Dawn of the Seven, which is a dig at Justice League, because it's unnecessarily moody and cheesy and stuff. So it's a dig at that, but at the same time, it's also a dig at Endgame as it being like a
super team up movie.
Yeah, it's just like how, and there's how they're forcing because one of the Supes is gay.
Yeah,
and she hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
and
so they're trying to force her to come out in the movie.
Homelander is mad at her. And he forces her to come out in the movie by putting her girlfriend as the love interest and making them kiss on camera and stuff. So it's making fun of Endgame in that sense, and it's also making fun.
How is that? What's the Endgame sense?
It's because I believe, from what I can tell, there are certain characters' sexualities which were unnecessarily pushed out there.
Like which ones?
I forget who, but it was like a smaller one. Smaller ones and stuff.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Everyone can have their opinions, and that's
I think I'm
balanced.
wrong, but like that's what the internet is telling me. Again, I'm a don't shoot the messenger type deal.
You're just another Reddit patron. I'm just another guy who listens to Joe Rogan. I'm just trying to give all sides of the story.
Yeah, fuck you. No, but
So in general, though, I think that's a good like jumping off point for like. Aren't you sick of all this shit?
sort of. I am now. After Endgame, I needed a break. I needed an absolute break. I'm stoked for Batman, as I said before. That's literally the only one I'm actually genuinely looking forward to. I don't really care about anything else.
I feel like I'm being force fed now. Like I don't know what I'm
It's
looking
because
forward to anymore.
the floodgates opened up back in 2012 when the first Avengers movie came out. That's when Marvel made it a reality. Like,
and
hey,
yeah, but can't we just
anybody can do it now, and everybody's doing it.
yeah.
So
Like every actor, every 2 seconds gets to play their dream role. All of a sudden, John Krasinski's in the fucking.
yeah, did you hear
Get
that?
out of here!
Did you hear that they're gonna do an alternate universe for Iron Man and Tom Cruise is apparently being eyed for the role?
I wouldn't be
Is that-
surprised.
I would. Tom Cruise is totally gonna ruin the movie though.
Nah, they should do like Mission Impossible Iron Man crossover.
Where Ethan Hunt becomes Tony Stark.
That would be fucking. I love Ethan
That's-
Hunt.
You do?
Oh man, I love Mission Impossible.
Oh, dude, I'm still hyped for the new one.
It's like I've fallen for them. I
Yeah.
love how shitty they are. They're like the best shitty movie.
No, they're not. They're
Yes.
actually genuinely
No,
good.
they're
You know what's
not.
actually
They're
shitty?
the best shitty movie.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
Bro.
It's
You
a-
know, almost every fall that Tom Cruise takes in one of those movies, he would break at least one of his ribs.
He broke an ankle.
But I mean, his character gets fucked up. In
Okay.
Mission Impossible 3,
Did you see?
he literally has to zap himself back.
Yeah, shit like that doesn't happen in real life. That's why it's a movie.
It's too much of that.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking purist. Look at me. I don't see every time
Have
you
you
and I
seen
have
his
a.
mask? The mask rules? They're different every time.
Yeah, they are. That's the most inconsistent thing. It was one of the most inconsistent things in the movie. I find that. It was also kind of interesting. Every time we have a podcast, it's 95% is us arguing. It's like, yeah, let's have a civil discussion, but then it ends with like, you're fucking stupid for liking this shit.
I thought that was the whole point.
No. Well, I disagree with you on Tom Cruise. I mean, Mission Impossible. I shouldn't say Tom Cruise.
Mission Impossible is not a structurally good movie.
That's why it's fucking highly regarded.
By who?
Everybody.
As what?
As like a
As
good
Tom
movie
Cruise's
series.
movie?
No, good movie series.
I don't think so. I think you're making up this movie series audience.
Do you want me to fucking get some
We
numbers?
should hold a poll to see how many people care about Mission Impossible.
Care enough to make
pretty low.
9 more. Or 9.
There isn't 9 of them.
Or that they're making. No. It's going to be 9 because.
That doesn't matter.
2,
Tom
3.
Cruise is going to make as many as long as he's alive. That has nothing to do with it.
But people want more. I love. How come? How come?
How many Rockies are there? Do you give a fuck anymore?
Because Rocky's done.
Is it?
Now it's Creed, and Creed made a ton of money too. People like Creed 1 and 2.
So they're gonna reinvent Mission Impossible, just like.
Probably, chances are. And it'll do just as well.
So who would be Creed for Tom Cruise?
Who would be who would be carrying the fucking torch?
Robert
Right?
Pattinson.
I would think it'd be Jeremy Renner. Or
They're
being
the
serious.
same age.
Who? Robert Pattinson? Well,
Tom
Jeremy.
Cruise and Jeremy Renner.
Well, Jeremy Renner is already in the movie universe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Is that 3 or no? It's 2.
That's 3.
There's 2.
No. It's Ghost Protocol, and then it's the one after that. No. Yes. Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation and Fallout.
Do you remember Jeremy Renner did a Bourne series movie?
Born Legacy, and they were gonna do.
No one gave a fuck about.
Yeah, no, people, no. Yeah, you're right. But the rumor was, because it's canon, and they're going to bring back Matt Damon.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do a Bourne Avengers, like Bourne universe shit, where they have that guy and Jason Bourne in the same fucking movie.
It was so cool.
And
the first
after
ones of those were so cool and artsy, and then they just went
Yeah.
down a fucking shitstorm drain.
Bourne Identity, Supremacy, and Ultimatum are like just like I remember watching them when I was like a kid.
Yeah, I love those movies.
Oh, me and my dad were just obsessed over them because they're that and like Mission Impossible are two like spy espionage movies that I can actually get into, but like shit like James Bond, that hyper, I'm just like it's cool, but
I was a classic James Bond kid back in the day. I got into GoldenEye, and then I went hard after that.
yeah,
I watched all the old Sean Connery ones and everything when I was a kiddo. But I'm not like a massive fan of that. I don't know why I'm going off about that. Overall, I think there's like the superhero media is like the reason I was hesitant to watch The Boys is the other issue is like everything's just getting like Deadpoolified.
well,
So
I
that's why
find this a
did
lot
not
more.
see The Boys at first.
This
'cause I
is-
was like
I
fucking
I feel like this is a lot more like this pushes a envelope better than Deadpool.
Okay.
Deadpool, I found I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but Deadpool like all the jokes in both movies, to me, are kind of forced. Like, and they're not like it's just Ryan Reynolds acting, which is fine, but
It's a specific type of humor.
it gets tiring after a while. You're just like, oh, that's funny. Well, at least for me. Oh, yeah.
It is. I think that's why it was smart that Ryan Reynolds also hit the brakes on everything.
No, it's because of Disney.
Oh, it is?
It's not because of Ryan Reynolds. It's because of Disney. Because Disney, I don't know how they're gonna tackle Deadpool 3 as being an R-rated movie. Could you imagine? Like, yeah, we're gonna have a PG-13 one.
I thought they said they were going to try to debate about doing it.
Like it's done.
I thought that like Disney was thinking about giving them the R rating. I thought there was a headline about that.
Maybe.
It could be incorrect.
But I would.
But it's like a very
that dust is gonna go everywhere, and we're gonna have a sneeze fest. So good job, bud.
Yeah, we both have allergies. So it's specific type of humor that applies very easily because it's like very dumb observational humor.
And it's also like
It's what they did. They tried to Deadpool the Suicide Squad. And look at how the humor turned out.
it's very like memey. It's very like internetized. Like it can.
It's dry. It's the modern version of like shitty slapstick. It's like character act.
Yeah, it there's no punchline. It's more like zingers and like just like funny stuff. Sort of depends on who you ask.
How do you feel about Borat?
Great.
The new Borat's coming out.
Oh, there's a new one coming. Oh yeah, is it on Amazon?
Yeah, right before the
I literally just saw something on it. Yeah,
right
right.
before the election dates.
Oh,
He's
he
gonna-
would do something like that. God, he's so. And
He's probably
he's
just gonna make fun of American culture in some way.
probably. I assume that there's a trailer out then if it's coming out relatively soon. Then.
He is rather political, so I wonder if he goes like hard on Trump or something.
Yeah. I would also assume that it's very like edgy as fuck.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be.
all this shit is ridiculously edgy.
It's gonna be a very. It's gonna worrisome.
He has a highly underrated show on Netflix where he's like a spy. It's fucking badass.
What's it called? I think I've
Can't
seen it.
remember. Can't remember at all.
I think it's.
He's like an Israeli spy.
Yeah. Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
That was the part of it, but it was fucking wonderful.
Yeah, there's like 3 shows on Netflix that are like that. It's weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda ones.
Yeah, even not even just that one, but it's like also like the like American stuff too. Like
I don't know. I found it. I've stumbled upon some of the weird. I watched like I told you this one back way before, but like yeah, it was a Turkish police series, and it was like there. It was like a SWAT TV show, like a SWAT drama, but in Turkish.
Oh.
So it was like kind of cool, but it was like this is like mad propaganda because it's all about the special forces unit, and they're preparing because they're trying to keep the streets peaceful when there's terrorists coming in, and because it's like Turkey, they can the stakes. The show is interesting because the stakes are high because it's like there's actual like they get into actual gunfights on the street.
It's like 24.
Yeah.
Remember that?
But then it's like so on the nose because it's like, oh no, there's a military coup.
Oh.
But we're the good guys in the military, so we have to figure out how to stop the coup. And it's like, oh my god, this propaganda is killing me.
Jesus Christ.
That's why you literally giving me Turkish history.
Ranting about it to me. I was like, where is it even coming from? Like, I know both sides are messed up, but what is going on?
I had too much Zionism injected into my brain.
Yeah. Like what they did, what Ethan Klein did to me.
Fucking Ethan Klein.
Yeah.
I used to...
I never got into it.
I guess I'll say it on camera because we never talked about it on thing. Yeah, because I was into it when it was like first becoming a podcast.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool then. And then the man just like descended into rich people madness.
Yeah, when he got like verified and stuff.
He was, because he was making all the cool skits and shit. And then he started the podcast. And then they were like, oh, okay, like podcast is just like for now.
Yeah.
And we'll make videos. And then they just did the podcast. And then he all of a sudden, like after I was like, the turning point for me was that when it was like the other videos weren't getting made. And then he started whining about his depression. And then it was just like from there, it's like, man, you were just so disjointed. You made millions and you just don't know how the real world works anymore. And that's okay, but you gotta at least acknowledge that shit. Like, you can't live in this, like, you can't be on YouTube being the everyday guy making judgments when you're not, bro. You're not.
I never, to be honest, I never really got into him because like I always knew people that liked him, and like all the people I liked him, I knew weren't like the best as of people, so I just assumed he just gravitates to these type of people. So there's no point. It's like listening to Ben Shapiro, right? You're just like, it doesn't make any sense.
He's very blunt and unfiltered and like direct. So it was refreshing to like have that podcast with like bigger celebrities, and here it's just like straight up. It felt more conversational, but then it was just it started to get very. They started talking about Israel, and then I'm like,
like very like political and one-sided.
Yeah, and then it's like always there's so many news stories I can't even recall them, but the amount of times like before it even picked up headlines, he would just start talking about news shit. I was like, yo, you're fucking. People some wild misinformation right now, man. I was like, how is no one noticing this?
Listen to you too. Fuck. Yeah, it's a scary thing. But you know, like he had some funny skits that I've seen in the past with like I forget who he did it with. Either what's his name? Filthy Frank or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Filthy Frank got banned, didn't he? That's OG. That's like OG.
I think he's making music now and stuff.
Oh, is that the Joji? Oh, that's the Joji guy.
Yeah, is that a different person?
No, it's the same guy. That's the same guy.
Well, it could be. We don't know.
It is. Well. It's just like I can't look at it the same. He just put out a new album.
Yeah,
sure.
I heard about that. Yeah, he's done some growing up about it.
Did you look at Tory Lane's new album?
Two songs.
It's weird.
It is weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Crying.
It's some conspiracy ass shit.
Crying on TV.
I don't really believe it's like a big risk to fucking take, though, man.
And he takes risks a lot.
That's the thing, because it's like if he's not, if he is lying at all,
his whole career is done.
Why the fuck did you put that album out if you are lying?
I think this thing is a publicity stunt for something.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
No, for him, not for
For Meg?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it would fuck him up. bad. He was on his path to fucking stardom. If it's a publicity stunt, nah, he wouldn't risk that. Tory Lanez busts his ass.
Oh yeah.
And we used to see him in front of the Scarborough Town Center.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like hustling and like
Like
fucking freestyling and shit.
5'2" ass, just out
Yeah,
there.
he wasn't that short, but he was pretty fucking short. He was a short guy, but
He's a short guy.
he used to be outside the Scarborough Town Center. He hustled his way up and played the game right, and man was on his way to become like an interesting like
And now look at him.
Kanye level artist.
Shooting people in the foot.
I know,
That's very
but
professional.
It's not professional at all, and that's why I'm not defending it. It's just like I don't know. It's intriguing because the conspiracy shit. I'm just caught up on I fucking hate the Kardashians. It's not even in defense of Tory Lanez that I'm like caught up on this shit. Because there was all this
What's the
rumors
Kardashians got to do?
because Kylie Jenner was with them that night, right? She was on Instagram Live with them. They were like all hanging out and drinking together.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, this like shooting happened, and everything was like white. There's like Kylie. She was never there. She was never there. Nothing happened. She wasn't with them when the shooting happened. She just went swimming with them in a pool and left immediately after.
Oh, coincidentally.
Because that's what people do when they go to your house to go swimming. They just fucking come, hop in, hop out, and fuck
leave.
off.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's some wild shit like that. I don't think it's like, I think someone was fucking around.
So you don't think
And then it was like, we all got to put this on someone. So
and it's Tory.
Yeah.
Tory's a scapegoat.
Yeah, but he was probably drunk. I believe that he was abusive.
Because it's
I
so
believe
short.
that he was drunk and probably abusive
And she was like
yelling.
chirping her.
Yeah. So there's probably still some toxicity. There's also those stories, we can give you the full hip-hop drama. Because what happened now, Meg and the best friend that was there with her, they unfollowed her.
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. I was like, this is not news. I don't care enough about this.
Because her friend came out with a statement saying that she thinks there's like some fuckery. Because what everyone's been pointing to is she got shot in the foot, but she even said it herself, she didn't have any broken bones or need any surgery.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Do you know how many bones and tendons are in your foot?
Yeah, so then what? But then
So what happened?
there was evidence of the hole in her foot though of the pictures, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, but like, that's the easy part to make up.
Oh, true. Yeah. So, do you think it's another? What's his face?
I don't think so, and I don't try. I
Smollett
still think he was abusive. Oh, sorry, I'm not. I thought you were trying to put me in a corner. And
Oh
say,
no! Do you
Thank you.
Do you think it's another? What's his face? Jesse. Jesse
Smollett?
Smollett. Do you think it's another of that in incident?
No. I think it's some rich people fuckery like that.
Okay.
I don't think like Kylie Jenner did some wild shit, but I think it's like because high profile people were there. Either someone pulled up and tried to start some shit with either Tory or Megan, and they started
Meg
yapping.
probably called Tory short, and then he shot her. That's what I think.
It's very likely. And I am 100% making sure as the white man, I'm not saying that I don't think that happened, because there's a good chance that's
I feel like Tory Lanez is drunk enough, and he's gonna. I bet he's like been chirping for his entire fucking life.
Yeah, he has this one line.
Now a woman saying it.
That has like literally in his sing-songy voice, right? Because the way he raps.
Mm-hmm.
He has like one line where he's like, they say I'm 5'2", but I'm 5'7". Oh my God, bro. Like, why did you have to say that as a line? Like, you have such
Now
a
what I
problem.
mean, that's some like I know you are, but what am I type shit going on?
It's just like, wow. Okay,
you're totally not going to. It's like the same people when you insult someone online, but like, yeah, you're stupid. They respond to you in a paragraph. Same energy.
Yeah, but so I admire the move if he's like saying if it didn't happen, but I think he's still sus. Some sort of abuse is happening.
Dude,
there's still too much sus there.
I mean that whole everybody in that night has some sort of history of just being
They have a bunch of history. I was listening to all the other No Jumper shit, and it's like a bunch of other interviews, and it's like he was apparently always had like a fucking temper that he was always like trying to fight people.
Short people are fucking
but
mad all the time.
I digress. So superheroes, fucking the boys.
What the?
And we just talked about everything else.
We have to somehow naturally get from superheroes, from Tory Lane's superheroes. We can't just jump from topic to topic like that.
Okay.
You have to naturally.
But where are we trying to get?
Blade, because he's black.
Oh, you stereotype man.
No, I'm kidding.
Would Tory Lanez be a good Blade?
He would get laughed at.
That'd be funny though.
Imagine fighting somebody who's 5'7".
Hey man, it gets pretty. When I used to play football, sometimes the shorter guys could fuck you up because they got a lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
So you're trying to punch down on him,
Yeah.
and he can just fucking keep decking you in the ribs.
But then here's what you...
And it like hurts after a while.
What you can do, you can pick him up and throw him. Could he do that to you?
No, but I don't think... I'm looking at you, and I don't think this is like your expertise here.
This is... I mean
that respectfully.
I've done it. I picked up my nephew and launched him.
Yeah, shout out to Stefan. I had a roommate that was like an inch or two above being a little person.
Or what?
A little person.
Yeah. Is that the politically correct?
What is the correct term?
I don't know. What? I think it's dwarf. I could be. I think it's dwarf.
I think
because
dwarfism.
Dwarfism is
Maybe we should just say a person with dwarfism.
Person with dwarfism.
So he was like an inch or two above being a person with dwarfism.
Yeah.
And we used to like prank him sometimes.
Oh my
You know,
God.
like we could like
Kids.
we could like pick him up and out of bed and then like put him outside in his boxers and like lock the door and shit.
You are relentless. Oh my God. This is some...
It was university.
That's some therapy-inducing shit. He's probably... Oh,
No. And then he would get so drunk off of like one shot. It was like the most adorable thing.
really? Oh my God. You're terrible.
So you could like hang out with him. It's like, Stefan, just party just a little bit. And
I don't like you. I don't like that.
why?
I don't like you. That's bullying.
And then we took our other roommate left and we covered every wall of his room in sticky notes.
I thought you were going to say something else, but thankfully it was sticky notes.
No, I can't say that one on camera.
What?
I'll tell you that one later.
Yeah. Can you just hint?
No, I can't even. It's not okay. It's
Was
not
it
okay.
when you were TA at Brock? Or not a TA, RA?
No.
Were you an RA?
It's not. I was a Don.
Don.
of
Oh,
residence.
Don, yeah.
It's not an RA there.
Dude.
I'm not a resident attendant. I am an employee of Brock University.
Oh, so they paid you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
RAs don't get paid?
Not typically. I didn't technically get paid. I got paid because I got paid and then it paid the tuition.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get
And
any
RA
money.
is usually just like, yo,
I'm
hold
boss.
some meetings like once a week. I had to like do all this I did 3 weeks of training on campus. I had to do like all this like leadership programming and suicide counseling and first aid training.
How many kids did you lose?
Drinking and drugs
You know
training.
Yeah, I like how they gave you suicide training as if a person who has like a 30-minute crash course in this shit can talk someone out of it.
No, it was like days of it.
Still, I think
With like intensive like practices.
I think
and
you
exercises.
need a person with the qualifications.
I agree because I think a lot of these teachers a lot of these people were like Con Ed, like teachers, like people who go on to teach at universities, and I think it did provide like a certain biased perspective to some people, almost like when you tell a kid he's gifted and he gets all like tweaked out because you're like giving these teachers and you're telling them like you're special, you know how to lead these kids.
Oh.
You know
You won't.
You know the rules. You can save them from suicide.
You won't build up insecurity complexes later on
I think it like
life.
damaged those people heavily.
I had a friend-
I'm humble. I agree with you. They were like, I think they're like, yes, I could do it.
I had a friend, a couple of people I knew growing up went to gifted, and a couple of them turned out fine, but the ones I knew just ended up like they have superiority complexes. Is that the right word?
Yeah, There's probably a bunch, but yes, I would.
Superior, like my one homie, I don't really talk to him anymore, but he has a superiority. I don't know if he has it anymore, but he had a superiority complex when him and I were growing up, and Gifted sort of fucking amplified that.
Oh, I agree.
And shit, he like, oh god damn it, yeah.
I guess I don't care. No one watches these early ones, anyways. Because I was there.
I'm not naming anybody.
But all that shit happened to me. That's why I didn't go to Gifted.
Yeah, I didn't. Well,
I didn't want it. They wanted
I was
me
dumb
to go.
enough.
I
I wasn't smart enough to go to Gifted.
So much so you have to be weird enough.
Yeah.
They want to see you have to be like a different learner.
Like, okay.
You don't fit in the normal school system. So here we're gonna fucking treat you in one where we stroke your ego until you don't fit into society anymore.
And then you're just an antisocial fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was just I knew other people in the program when I had to go through all the initial things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because they stroke your ego. It's the same as the Don shit. It's like, oh, you're special. Like, oh, you learn differently, so you need to be in a different school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, other people don't understand the way that you think. Oh, we have to get you special teachers because the way that you think is better than others. It's like, I don't want to be in that environment.
And the stuff that my friend told me it's just like stuff that I could do. It's just like normal school stuff.
Yeah.
From what I know.
It's just different learning styles.
Yeah, like it's what anybody, because I assume if you're gifted, you pick it up quicker, right? And because I'm stupid, I pick it up slower. That's what I assume. That I will pick it up, but because I'm dumb, my IQ is on the ground, and a gifted person is intelligent, but dumb Raza down here has to learn it slower. So that's why I'm not in the gifted program, because dumb Raza would be holding smart people back. Because dumb Raza can't learn at the same level as gifted people.
That's also why I didn't like it, because I don't think they didn't communicate. I do not think that is the purpose behind it, but that is how they ended up like portraying it to all the kids that partook in it.
They're like, you learn this at a different rate.
But it's about, like, the way I was described to me by my psychologist, the way that's better is, right? Like, someone explains to you the concept of the alphabet, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're gonna have to sit down with like the typical person, and in the normal, like, our capitalist school system, they're gonna have to then walk you through, like, here's A, here's B, here's C, here's D. But versus like a baby, you can go to them, who's supposed to be a gifted person. You go, the alphabet exists. There's an A to a Z.
Yeah.
What do you think goes in between?
Yeah.
That's what they do instead. That's the approach of gifted school. So they allow you to approach the problem in the direction that you see fit, because you get the concept. It's just filling in the gaps that's missing. So the teacher can then teach you according to which gaps are missing.
Okay, that makes... Can't you do that with normal?
That's what normal school should be. That's why I didn't like the concept.
That sounds like something easily teachable to
That's what I would argue.
us.
Instead, they
because
say,
then,
here's this textbook. And
and learn, because that's why, because again, dumb us. We stupid. We don't, what? Like, because we are dumb enough, or we're not smart enough to learn, to identify those gaps quicker, right? As a gifted person would be able to see, okay, I don't know how that shit. We would be like, because they're not quick at teaching us quick.
I know.
And shit. That's essentially it comes down to the way they're teaching it and the speed that they're teaching it. Because it's shorter, I find.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I was torn because then I was also in the accelerated IB program when I had to do like university math in grade 10.
Yeah. Like
doing calculus and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? I was just like, why? What do I gain from this? You're making me do, I'm in an accelerated program. Cool, I'm doing math 4 years ahead of my grade. Why? The fuck does this get any of us? The university's not gonna look at this. We're just doing dick loads of homework, learning concepts that like I'm not using for 4 years because I'm not at university yet.
Exactly. I remember like from grade school to high school, like from 8 to 9, like I was like put in like the streams were applied in academic, and now apparently that's gone. Now it's all one thing, which is why didn't they do that before? But I kid you not, academic was smart people applied with dum dums. So naturally, I would go and apply it, right? Because I'm not dumb. I'm not intelligent. I can admit that. I'm fucking an idiot.
Okay.
But my parents put me in academic, and I fucking didn't. I did well in majority, like some stuff, but academic was the gifted side of it all. I find academic is like it taught you a different way, whereas then I went down to applied, and it just taught you a very straightforward way. Whereas academic was more like, so these are our numbers. What do you think about what's X in this equation? Whereas applied just said, hey, this is how you all do it, step by step by step. It held your hand, but it was more like hands-on. I found the teachers would actually help you more in applied. Whereas academic, it's more like here's the outline, but you learn it differently, and this is why you're here. So learn it the way you were told to learn it a different way, because you did all those programs in grade 8.
Ideally, that would happen. That didn't happen in Scarborough for me.
Okay, that's and
yeah. Take a breath, buddy.
You're gonna have to censor that one. But in my high school, in my shitty hometown,
yeah,
that was the thing, and like in grade 9 and 10, they were like had again like what you said, college level and university level classes. Like, why do I need to take college math if I'm not going to take college? If I'm not taking any math courses in college?
Yeah.
Like me, I went to writing. Where's the fucking math in that?
That's why I dropped out of math.
Oh, I couldn't. I needed
I got a 16% in grade 12 math.
Oh, jeez. And 12 like applied or what? Oh wait, no, you didn't have that.
That one was that one was applied math.
Yeah,
I had applied. It was because we had applied academics and we had the IB program.
Okay. Yeah, really, at our school, well, I'm pretty sure the Niagara region was split in like academic and applied.
It was like you picked like a university.
Like you
picked which class and what level I wanted.
No, I mean you get the pick, but like you had to take the prerequisite, so you couldn't take 12.
Oh yeah, you had like, to do that shit, but they were a little bit
academic 12.
It was easy to upgrade for us though. It was easy. To
you had to take that. If you wanted to upgrade, you had to take. A lot of the random courses like home ec were upgradable.
Because the reason they got rid of it is people say that it's classist, which I agree with from my experience. From how I saw it.
I didn't see it as class because again, it was all the.
I'm also in Scar because then if you're also like foreign, and I'm still kind of learning English, it's a lot harder to fucking. I could be doing good in this class, and then I'm just not getting French because I'm already still trying to learn English.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden I can't go for applied this and I can't go for applied that. I'm fucking failing French.
Mm-hmm. Right? And like well, to me it was different because where the school I went was like in the upper class. I don't want to say upper class. It's like middle class, but middle class is like bougie middle class.
Okay.
But it's like they still get shit on. Of the upper middle class, right?
Okay.
At that time, there was a bougie middle class and there was a higher upper middle class at that time during that world, but now it's gone. So that was the people that went to my high school. So there wasn't really like a classist thing because it didn't matter, but there was definitely a disparity between the two types of streams. I would internally in the school.
I think I think I would describe mine similar.
Okay.
Because it was like we were such a, I don't know, I'm very blessed for where I grew up because it was such a diverse environment that it was like we were all accepting of like our buddies.
Well, not in my high school. My school was clique central.
Yeah,
cliques. Cliques
so
was
relatively good.
Like cliques, it wasn't hardcore cliques, but you could definitely spot out the social circles.
Yeah.
And most of them were pretty open and stuff, because my year was that weird turning point in culture, I find, where it was now becoming less accepting to be homophobic and more accepting to be like you can actually be gay and not be made fun of. Like gay was used, like the word gay for like a decent little bit was used as an insult, but then there's a point. I remember now it was just like, if you said that word as an insult, you're fucking done.
Yeah.
Or like it's considered like a
Yeah.
and shit. But so I think because our generation was at that weird turning point where like we're still kind of closed-minded, but we're also slowly opening up, because bullying was still,
Because we were fed the ass end of the 90s content, and the 90s content was like misogynistic as all can be. Go back and watch the Fast and the Furious 1, you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. But
The 90s were fucked. We were fed
Fast
a
and
lot
Furious
of
is
wild
a time
shit.
capsule though. It's stuck in like in the early late 2000s though.
The whole franchise?
Yeah, it hasn't made out. The only thing that the Fast and Furious has evolved is the cars.
No, they spawned the Rock and Hobbs and Shaw.
I guess, but
They added so many cast members. It was originally easy to like.
no,
not
Hobbs and
easy.
Shaw is like a spin-off thing, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's still so many extra fucking characters. You didn't need to add Jason Statham after you already got The Rock.
They needed a movie. No, they had Jason Statham. Oh, yeah, you're right.
They had Jason Statham,
but he was a bad guy.
Before even R.I.P. Buddy, they had Jason Statham.
That was at the same time.
Yeah, so you don't need him in there. You got
he
enough
was,
superstars. Let it shine. There's too many. There's too many. The rent
Tyrell
is too damn high.
And Ludacris and Michelle Rodriguez aren't superstars, bro.
Luda is.
No, he's not.
Luda is
He
a
don't
fucking
care.
clout
This is
god.
all he has. This is all he's doing now.
He's rich off royalties.
Is he making music?
I don't think so. I think
No.
he made a song a year or two ago, though.
Probably. He also has an island now.
Yeah, he ain't got to do shit.
Yeah.
But not Tyrese, though.
Tyrese is broke as fucking as broken beat.
I don't know. Tyrese is wild.
Yeah.
My baby. What color ATL, monsieur?
Huh?
What time is it?
Oh no, I just got a thing from work.
I gotta check mine, actually. Let's
Like
see
6.
this podcast break. So I'm getting buzzes.
Close it off then.
All right, say fuck it. We didn't talk about anything we said we were going to talk about.
It's good. Well, we were talking about the boys and shit. It's good that we just fucking went from just we just.
It's podcast, bud.
That's
We're podcasters, bud.
we literally just talked about, and then we had an actual legitimate conversation because
Yeah.
it wasn't planned.
Yeah,
I think we should do it like that now.
because we're podcasters, bud.
All right, we're podcasters. We officially.
Thank you for coming out.
We're also making an ASMR channel, so
We appreciate it greatly.
yeah. No, but yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. This is
Are you
same
gonna
shit,
make that
different
cut
day.
earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap it together somewhere in the middle of it.
Okay.
Thank you for watching the video. My name's Bailey,
I'm Raza.
and you can find me on Instagram at gnarly_media, NARLEY_media at Instagram.
And then mine's like underscore r Malik underscore some shit like that. It'll be in the description.
We film videos every week. You can catch us on typically Fridays, but we'll be honest if there's any delays.
Which there have been a lot of, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, exactly. And when we start streaming for video games, we need some emotes in the chat.
Yeah.
So
Send us a shit.
if you know some e-girls, send them to the chat.
Not literally, but ask nice first.
Please and thank you.
And if they say no, don't bother them.
Yeah.
All right?
Good
Good boys.
respectful humans.
Good boys. All right. Speaking of. All right. Bye. Cool.
Cool.
Earlier today.
Why?
He's busy.
No. That's no fun.
Oh, God. Oh, Bayley Nargang. 15? Oh, 50 minutes. Okay, then we went for exactly under an hour.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
That's great.
I'm sleepy now.
Me too. He's light, I'm telling you.
It does get you.
He's light. And a sweater.